everyone. Welcome to this episode of Mismatched. So, today we're talking all things Love Island because season 7 reunion airs tomorrow night. And let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of dramas that's going to unfold. We all know that season 6 cast blew up. And now I've been glued to Beyond the Villa, which is like the continuation from the previous season. All that to say is I got to sit down with Olivia Walker, also known as Liv, to get the tea on what's going on with their cast. But before we dive into all of that, I'm going to bring in one of my favorite partners in crime with me, radio host, TV personality, and former guest on Mismatch, Brad Smith, with me here today to break it all down, all the drama. Brad, of course you're here for this, and I love that you watch this and you're a fan of this show.
Please never say that ever again. You can't spread that. I think a lot of people do just because I think it's like The Bachelor where you have to watch with your girlfriend or your wife. They might not say it out loud. I'm the only one who did just because... I don't know. I got so invested in it. I had a friend come over the other day and she's like, "You fucking love your dating shows." And I'm like, "No, it is. I think it's some sort of something I need to go talk to a therapist about."
Not at all. I share that love. So I too understand this. So let's break it all down. I want to talk about, so we have the season 7 reunion coming up, obviously. Let's talk about the winners, Amaya and Brian. So, I mean, everyone knows her as Amaya Papaya, of course. And Brian was definitely like the nice guy who kind of swept in right at the end because he was from Casa Amor, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of swept in at the end. And I feel like even Amaya, the first half of the season, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of annoyed with her. I was like, she's bopping around from one guy to the next. She's like super dramatic. I'm like, is this real life? But they won the season and they were genuinely like the fan favorites and are still together today. So what are your thoughts on them winning?
I don't know how you didn't continue being annoyed by her the entire time.
Okay, so I'm not an asshole for saying that.
No, she's probably a lovely person.
Yeah.
Just... how do I say this in the nicest way? It's not annoying. She just, oh man,
you can say it. It's okay. This is a safe space.
I don't want to be mean. It's just she might be street smart, but the book smarts aren't there. And so the interaction with humans was always, like you said, so confrontational. So you could tell, and she says it, right? She comes from a place of trauma. So what she does is she always tries to go in with more energy than she should. And when people reject her, she acts like she's shocked as if anyone would reject her. And it's like, dude, you're not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
The lucky thing about Brian is they share that kind of same cultural background. So he's kind of used to that high energy style. But
Totally.
I was shocked when they won because I don't...
Me too.
Every time she was on, I fast forwarded. I just no offense, but just
me too. No, none taken. She was not my favorite throughout, but then online afterwards totally blew up. And I think it's really interesting because so her and Brian didn't make it official before they left the show, which is tradition in Love Island. First you ask, are you exclusive? And then they kind of do that. And then afterwards it's, do you want to be my boyfriend? But they haven't made that official. So do you think that they're waiting for this all to die down to go their separate ways? Or do you actually think that this is a genuine thing that maybe on the reunion they'll announce actually that they're boyfriend or girlfriend, that they've made it official?
Well, listen, I would say you would always wait till after, but these are kids. Love Island is kids.
Yeah.
It's not somebody substantial. Just the way that they act and the way they proceed is what you would do in university if there was an open bar.
Right.
And the process of there's only 3 or 4 people who actually steadfast go through the process like grown-ups in every season, and they usually don't.
Do you think that that couple will be that grown up, or no? They don't have it in them.
No, I think he is kind of the more going through the process normally, where she's probably going to get pretty inflated by the attention that she's going to get because, as you see the way that she walks through the villa, attention is her thing.
Yes. Yes.
And
now this all is feeding the beast, so to speak.
Is everybody in the villa didn't like her. Everyone was confused by her, and then suddenly they realized, oh shit, we're on a TV show. they almost voted her home early on in the season because she wasn't
Right.
like, okay, we can't perpetuate this. There's always that part when the audience comes in for the first time where they realize, oh shit.
This is a show based on likability, and clearly people like her, so I need to like associate myself with her. You think that's part of the strategy, hey?
Look, we'll talk about her later, but look at what Huda
Yeah,
did right after
I
she
know.
voted out. She went from
Yeah.
Satan to, I'm everyone's best friend, and I'm not a narcissist anymore.
Okay, well, let's go there. Let's talk about Huda actually going there, because so she was claiming, like, after the show, she came out in this whole other light being like, I was bullied, poor me, the girls were against me. But again, she was one of the people on the show who I genuinely was like, go home. You
So
should not be here. You're demonstrating cray behavior, especially with Jeremiah, like that relationship, which was the first half of the season, I would say. She was so irrational and so like mean and crazy and controlling, where I was like, this girl doesn't deserve to be here. And then all of a sudden it was like a 180 flipped.
Wow.
But I still never liked her.
she's the perfect definition of a narcissist, right?
Yeah.
You can't say it any other way. She love bombed the shit out of the guy,
Yeah.
where she got him around her finger, and then suddenly, boom! As soon as he started being at the same level, starts picking away at him. To the point where you're like, okay, yeah, the guy's not the greatest guy in the world. He's a nice
Right.
guy,
Right.
but he was trying, and she's just used to being the alpha in whatever world she lives in. But she came off so terribly that when she got kept that time, I'm probably like you. I was like, please, just like, you're ruining the show for me.
Yeah. I was yelling at the TV. I'm like, how, America? How?
I have no clue. That woman, well, the whole show in general, but she like personifies. Oh my God, you just fucking went and made out with somebody. You made out with, how could you make out? And then
Yeah.
literally is dropping down on guys.
Well, let's talk about that, because that brings me to the next part about Huda, is like, speaking of dropping down with the heart rate challenge. So Huda, everybody kind of goes around, has their moment to elevate everyone's heart rate. And so they're in like sexy lingerie and like dancing around, for people who don't know. And one of the things that Huda did was kind of allegedly take it too far with her friend Shelly's guy, Ace. And so on the reunion, Andy was teasing that like we're going to see some unseen footage as to why Shelly like reacted the way that she did, because people were saying that she overreacted.
Couldn't show that on
Even
the island.
Well, that's the thing. Even based on what they showed, I don't think she was overreacting at all based on what we saw Huda do to Ace.
When you do the splits and then do the drop down in the splits, yeah,
it was full on. I'm gonna say it's stripper mode, like full on.
Yeah. No. The funny part is when you watch that version versus the UK version, you're used to UK TV, like the
being the more outrageous. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'm banging birds, like fucking is my thing. You go and it's so tame, and you watch the American version, you're like, this is the degradation.
Yeah.
Society. These people, what they're doing is you're teaching the next generation that this is the appropriate method. Holy I get it's a TV show, but like the sexuality in that is on a level that is just absurd. Obscene.
It was absurd, and all I could think about, honestly, was like Huda's daughter. I'm like, one day she's gonna see this.
No.
That's what was heartbreaking for me. And I get it. I support her. She's a single mom. I get it. Like, go on a dating show, find love. But I also feel like constantly I'd be thinking, what are my parents going to say? And what are my kids going to think one day after watching this? Like, how is that not? And I get it, they're young, but I feel like I've always thought that way. I don't know.
I just watched Perfect Match, and there was that girl who has children as well. And like, if you've ever seen reality shows with kids, they usually conduct themselves as moms.
Right.
And let's not even speak about the time that right off the bat that she narcissistically made a guy like her without telling her she had a kid. She had a kid. Like I want them to like me for me.
Yeah.
What of you? Like, what are you?
Totally.
Like, it's not duping, but like, that's part of your story. That has to be presented. But I don't have enough negative things to say about it.
So okay, but at the reunion now, so now Shelly and Alandria are like, hating on Huda, and they're gonna have like their moment. Apparently, there's like drama that unfolds there. If you were Shelly, would you still like cuss her out and be like, "Listen, bitch, like you were wrong, 100%. I
Shelley,
hope America sees it now."
Shelley was still playing both sides too. She did these. Oh, you're doing this, and she was but she's doing the same thing when she was with
She's
Ace.
going back and forth with Ace. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're not exclusive. Like, what are you talking about? You're literally getting mad when you in that heart rate challenge are doing the same thing, and
Yeah.
you're making out in front of your future dude with a guy that you say that you don't like or like, and then what was his name? The big guy?
Was it Austin?
Oh no! It wasn't Austin. It was the other. It was the basketball player. But like she's making out with him right in front of Ace, and it's like then she's getting mad at her. Like the whole show is filled with narcissists. Like it is just who can have the like. It's a dick swinging contest in guys' terms. Like that's all it is, and it's
Yeah.
it's embarrassing except for a few of them.
Okay, so who are the few of them that you think are not embarrassing?
Well, funny enough, Austin, like he has very like a muted personality, but like he was only like the genuine. Like yes, he's not going to go in
He
there.
was like the most chill. He was just, I feel like he was constantly, has sounded high the entire time. Just even keel, most chill.
I mean, I would have said Olympia till the end, but at the end she got kind of really like she switched personalities.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, let's go there to like Nick and Alandria, or Nicolandria, where
Well,
everybody kind of named them the couple.
the
Where
couple that
to
will
me,
do anything to stay on the show.
it was so random to me. Like, but then I was going back, Brad, and I was like reading through obviously like Reddit and going on TikTok and all the things. And I know there were signs of it. Like I know they made out. There was like the lumberjack challenge that they like made out at. There was another one. But like he loved Sierra. So how do you go from like one extreme to then getting kicked off the show, being forced to pair with her, then saying, "No, there's no chemistry." Oh, wait, a week later, no, there is chemistry so that you can stay on the show.
Because you
What?
want to win the show, you want to win the money. Like,
But how does no one see that? I can't understand that.
because I think that we might be the oldest people watching the show. The demographic of people watching this have to be like literally sub 28 because there's no
Like
there's no
it's
explanation.
so obvious.
Like he literally went in one day from being in love to her leaving for the reasons that she left, and then
Yeah.
boom, I got to find somebody to stick in this house. And then you saw them as they both walk out and sit at that table. When he would speak to her, it was so disingenuous. And like I actually do think that he's a nice kid.
Me too. I actually really liked him. I was like, this guy's like a genuinely nice person.
But he also is a guy who models on the side who wants to have an Instagram career after, and it's just listen, these kids have seen 12 years of the UK show, and they've seen 7 seasons before. It's only really gotten big the last 3 or 4 seasons, but they understand what's going to happen for the next year of their life till the next people come on. They're going to get paid out of the yin yang just to dance on TikTok and sell some code 20s.
But like, then how do you continue? My question is then, this reality show that everyone loves, but like get actual genuine relationships out of it, because there are. I mean, if you look at Angel and what was it? And yes,
Oh, from the UK version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
because they're normal.
because I don't think the winners of the UK version are the most genuine either, but I think like there are genuine relationships that come out of it, but it's like, how do you filter that out?
You can't. I mean, again, you're dealing with people that are under 25 for the most part that don't even have their brain fully formed yet. It's true, they're like 25. Your frontal cortex, your fully formed frontal cortex. It's like this is a show where they're going on. Imagine if I'm 24, 25 going on the show, I'm doing the exact same thing.
Would you?
Yes, I was a maniac. I played professional football at 24, 25. I would have done the same thing. Like you
know what? That's exactly why it didn't happen to you at 24, 25.
100%. No, it's the truth. It's you're going on to have the most amount of fun. You've probably never had a substantial relationship that is of value, or if you have, it's like all of our first relationships where you look back and you're like, what was I doing?
What was I thinking? Yeah,
But
totally.
there was like when you add the challenges, especially the way that the U.S. does it, there's no real way. What are you gonna do? Be exclusive and then it's a challenge. You can make out with whomever you want. Fuck
Yeah. Yeah. I
not.
know. I never can understand that. It's like it's a challenge, so it doesn't really count. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, let's throw you in a bathtub full of suds, and then you guys have to rub up against each other as partners. What? No, it's like it's
Yeah.
salacious, but it's great TV because it's watching like the downfall of Western civilization in real time.
Literally.
Literally.
Speaking of, being dumb and young and dumb, is Yulissa and Sierra both getting kind of exited from the show. So here's the thing. They were both like all of a sudden they just like disappeared from the show
Disappeared.
because of
And they didn't
former
even
racist comments.
gutless on the show.
Pardon?
They didn't even mention it on the show, which is
So
gutless.
that's what I have a problem with. Listen, I don't have a problem with removing someone who you discovered did something really badly, but also casting, like you should have done your research beforehand. Your job. There is a person, I'm pretty sure, whose job is to like scrub the internet for things like that so that you don't give someone that opportunity for national television. But all that to say,
we live in the AI world now. This is even easier.
like how do you not think that people are going to go back all the way to the beginning and see that? That's like a huge miss for like casting. That's like I'm sure that person got fired because this has never happened before. This is the first season that they did this. But also, I hated the way they handled it. It was like all of a sudden these two people are removed from the show and no one talked about it. And they have a voiceover guy. Like, why didn't they just get him to be like, so and so and so and so are removed from the show due to this reason? Period. Just like one sentence.
Out to the no, sorry. Oh my God, what's her? Sierra's out to the villa. Well, she did something about Chinese people's eyes, and you can't do that. Like, why didn't they just do that?
That's all they needed to do. That was it. It was so weird to me how they know how everyone, like there's a culture outside of the show, obviously, online and how everyone chats about it. But that they didn't like give viewers that. Like it was a bit of a piss off.
Well, I mean, I think you're expecting a lot too much, way too much for the show. I mean, we're acting like
My producer hat is on and I'm just like, whoever made that decision is dumb.
we're acting like the people that are watching this are Nobel laureates, or poet laureates, just like Nobel Prize winners that are going to solve cancer, like cure cancer. No, this is literally. I get why they didn't do it, just because it would have drawn negative attention. But people are going to go and find it regardless. But you're just hoping that people go ADHD and go, oh, they're gone. It must be for a reason. But when I looked it up, I was like, okay, well, that first of all, like, is the easiest thing for a producer to find, and second of all, it just again, it just gives even less credibility, which probably makes the show even better in their own eyes.
I know, right? How sick is that? Do you think that in the reunion they'll address it at any point or no?
I mean, they have to. They should. If they don't, then it's just a waste of time. Like, if they don't do that, then what's the purpose of having any credibility for not like obviously the credibility is at a 1 of 10 anyways, but if you don't do that, it's a chance for them to redeem themselves and also make a point of statement that like don't apply for this show if you have certain views that are
Totally.
not socially acceptable to other people.
Totally. I'll never forget like
Kids,
I think it was actually Caitlin Bristow's season on The Bachelor, Brad, when like online was starting to be brought to like the like after the rose kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like I think it was the first season where they were like, listen, there are real people behind their phones and you can't like say mean things because there was like a lot of controversy and tweets and things like going out. It was Twitter at the time.
Slut shamed for banging both the dudes.
Right.
I wrote an article in the Toronto Star about it, defending
Did you?
it. Yeah, and her mom ended up calling me.
Oh, I love that.
Well, it's like, what are you doing? Like, guys are doing the exact same thing, and you're just
100%.
In 2014 about a girl who's owning her sexuality. It doesn't matter if you like her or not, personality-wise, but she's allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants.
100%. And I'm so glad. See, I respect the franchise for bringing that to like that discussion to the actual show, the afterworld, so that she could say her piece as well. And even the host, like Chris Harrison at the time, to say, hey, like, you guys can't do this anymore. I feel like there's like I don't know, Love Island, there's got to be some sort of like communication with like
Yeah, but
audiences in saying that.
that's because Bachelor still has to hold the idea that there is love at the end of it,
You
right?
think?
Yeah, Love Island doesn't give a shit. They know it's not going to work out. They just want to have what was it? Fucking 32 episodes and then suddenly
I
award
know.
and then just go on to the next. Like they don't give a shit about these people. They want the most salacious people to come on and just rip each other apart, tear each other's clothes off and hook up with each other. They don't want
But
any.
that's going to get old though, I feel like. Like that's exciting for a few seasons, but then it will get old.
Well, yeah, you always have to evolve, but I mean like the show's premise is to make them fall for one person, having other people come in to disrupt that. And then if that doesn't work, they put them in separate houses. Like it's fucking is like it's Satan behind a writer's keyboard going, wow, how do we support these people? You know, it's
I know. I know.
I
It's
love it.
terrible. It's terrible. Okay, I want to talk about like post show from the previous season. So season 6 of
Yeah.
Love Island USA like totally like blew up. The cast was like all over the map. Like it was that was like the first US season where everybody like these people grew to have careers because of their reality TV.
Well, it was because Ariana came on and brought a whole like new
Flavor.
bachelor,
Right.
right? Like she brought a lot of Bravo eyes with her to that Peacock show, and also too, if you look at all the other seasons, kind of tame, and then season 6 goes
We're
tame.
flipping this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's G strings all day. Okay.
I love that. Okay, but of the season, did you have a favorite couple that won that now you, or if you're watching on Beyond the Villa?
I really do like the British guy Aaron. I like the fact that on the season he was like as sleazy and slippery and slimy as it can get. But as you see what happened to him after and the effect that it had on him,
I know.
he's growing from it. He's actually trying to. Now I think he's a narcissist in reform. You still see him on Beyond the Villa trying to screw with Kaylor all the time.
Still, yeah.
But it's her own fault. Like, walk away. You're still in love with this guy.
Before we go, Brad, let's talk about Janae and Kenny's breakup because we're seeing this kind of unfold on Beyond the Villa as it continues. And it is messy based on stories and how, you know, she was saying how blindsided she was, but then all her girlfriends are kind of attacking Kenny as well. Allegedly, she found like racist texts and messages in his phone, and that's why like he was only staying with her because of so yada 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 and trying to get like money out of staying in a relationship. And again, it comes back to the idea of like a genuine relationship, but they were together for a year after. Do you think that someone's like capable of doing that, or do you think we're only getting half the story?
I mean, if it is true, people are capable of a lot of things when fame and money or perceived fame and money come into play, of course. And especially,
Yeah.
too, like this is what's blown up is as season 6 ends, season 7 becomes this like hit where you're getting more viewers than ever before because of how crazy the last one is. So these people will, now knowing their show's on with this show, use that as still being on the crest of the wave before it hits the beach. Right, so I mean, the level that people will go to. I lived in Los Angeles. Okay, like I was there for 6 years. The level that people will go to just to socially climb, the friends they will use, the people that they will ladder climb, that they don't care about in order to be famous. It is a toxicity that is so apparent, first of all, but it's just
Really?
it's so normalized there.
You like hear about it in, you know, but like that, so it actually exists. Hey,
Oh my God, yeah. No, I lived right in the heart of West Hollywood for 5 years. Like,
did you date anyone in Hollywood, like in that world?
well, no, I was dating a girl, but she was from North Dakota, and,
Okay.
and so we were there together. But I mean, like, you know, she was in that industry, and so I've met a lot of her friends that were a lot of great, amazing people. But the subgroup of friends off of that, they're all, you know, actors and models, and they will do anything to get that job, because when you're there, you think Canada's hard when we have like 1 or 2 places. You go
Yeah.
there, there's 1 or 2 places for 100x the amount of talent and people, and everyone's good looking, everyone's charming, everyone's funny, everyone's talented, and you have to know people there. You don't get jobs unless you know people there.
So that's the goal, is like to schmooze around as much as you can so that you get the job.
Unless you're Charlize Theron, and when she walks off the plane from South Africa and then gets a job just by being in Marshalls or the bank or wherever she was, because she's the most gorgeous human that's ever lived.
She is. She's a unicorn.
There is, everyone there is like the exact same, and they will do anything.
This is why I say I could never live in LA. People tell me all the time, move to LA, Nicole, you know, you should go there. I'm like, LA is not for me. Yes, I love the warm weather and the beach, but it is not for me. If I had to choose anywhere, I'd choose like New York over LA because of like the people that exist.
If you did what I did, which was you were there just to have like a life and you weren't there to be in the scene, you could do it. But if you were there to do like your podcast and working and grinding, you would survive, but you yourself as a human being, you would hate it.
I would hate it. I don't know how people surround themselves with people like that.
Hate it. You're sitting down with everybody. Oh yeah, man, I did a Tide commercial. Residuals are still coming in. Thanks, appreciate it.
Good for you.
Love it. I mean, good for you, but at the same time.
Yeah. Good for you, not for me.
Yeah, not for me. I'm just going to go back to crunching numbers on the keyboard, okay?
Exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. So Brad, the reason why I wanted to have you on is because I got to sit down with Olivia Walker. Do you remember her, Liv, from season 6?
Yeah, of course.
What were your thoughts on her?
Very interesting person. What do you think?
We didn't see enough of her personality, and that's kind of what I said to her. I said, I feel like we only got glimpses of you. Like, you know, like you came in as a bombshell, and then you were just kind of like in and out. Like, I don't feel like I got to know who you actually were, which is why I wanted to see her on the show.
On Beyond the Villa, I feel like she's trying to make up for that. Like she's trying to do a lot more and be a character and, you know, be dramatic and be very sensitive, but at the same time, like causing shit. And it just seems, again, like now these people understand they're off a situational reality show and now they're on unscripted drama. Yeah. Right? And now they understand that like what they're going to do is probably not going to be shown because it will be cut and there's like 5-6 other different sub stories. Right. And you have to be the drama in order to make the final cut. Like it's not like you know that. Like reality TV, you know that. There's a reason Kristen Doughty is on every single episode and is back on the Valley because she knows every time she's on camera, she's got to give them everything that she's got.
But like, do you hate that? Like, I love that.
Hey, go for it. If that's what your angle is, go for it. I couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't either. But I mean, she's given something, definitely. Do you think that her and Kayla are like friends after this or no?
I don't know. I think Kayla is going to be out of LA very soon. I
don't think she can handle it. We're talking about people who can handle LA. I don't think she's one of them by the sounds of it.
I personally think she's a lover and she's got too big of a heart. And I think that she liked the idea of going on this show and likes everything that she's going through now. But I just feel like that small town mentality is going to come out and just she's going to need to go home and like reset because it's just not for her.
I hope she does. Honestly, I think she'd be a lot happier going home.
Yeah, like what do you want to do? You want to date narcissists your whole life? Because that type of person in LA will be able to date whomever she wants, but those people are not going to be into her unless it's for social climbing or they're very, very wealthy people. Like she's just a girl who needs to find like a good human being who actually likes her for her.
Totally.
But it's hard when you're caught up in that, you know, when you're walking around LA with a TV camera. Following you and your friends. Like you feel special. That's what happened to the Van people. They went from normal fucking human beings. Ariana went from a normal human being to just losing herself the last 5 seasons of that show. Like she was one of the guys. She was cool. She was down to earth. And then boom, she's best friends with Katie and the cesspool of that group. Like, and God love Katie.
But I feel like she's back. I feel like since she made the decision to like step away from that franchise, I don't know. And I know you don't know someone, but she just feels like herself. Because I don't think she's caught up in that drama, and I think she was over it.
Dude, Like, I hate Lala. I don't hate Lala. I actually like Lala because I think she's the realest person on that
Me
show.
too. I like love to hate her because yeah, she's real. She says it how it is.
Lala said it the best. It's like that girl got the biggest ego for something that's happened to every single person on that show, almost 10 times worse. Like, yeah,
Really, eh?
it was grimy as fuck. Oh, grimy as fuck. Everyone's been through it.
I
Every
know.
single person. Sandoval had Kristen banged on his bed using his condoms.
I know it was
Like,
so bad. I know.
everyone's had it. It's just for some reason this one tagged on because Sandoval was the only guy who was trying to keep the group together the whole time, and then he fucked up, and then it's easy to point it at him because he's a nice enough guy, but he's got the IQ of Forrest Gump.
Oh God, he went real left, real fast. That guy. The
Yeah.
last few seasons, I'm like, this guy's a lost soul too. He lost himself.
Yeah, you start making tons of money. You start buying a house in the fucking valley. You start living this life where you're living paycheck to paycheck because you think you have to be a certain way. Dude, you were a bartender. You know,
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
bartender before The Bachelor. I never
Yeah.
did that. Like, you think that I got all the shows after and was like, shit, man, let's fucking, like, no,
Because you're a humble human.
yeah, but you're just a normal guy who got a great chance. Like, when you forget that, you're fucked.
You have good friends and family that's kept you humble.
Yeah. The second you get a head on your shoulders, you have to have somebody to smack it off of there.
That's cute.
They probably tried with Tom, but he was like, what?
Yeah, for sure. Couldn't. The head was still just attached. He couldn't get it off.
Wait till he does his live performance on America's Got Talent. That's where he is right now.
Oh God.
We'll say, though, they weren't bad the first time. He's
They're
coming
not bad. We've heard them on the show. They're not bad. But like, come on, bud. Just give it up. I just feel like saying just like give it up.
on the show. He sucked. On the taping of America's Got Talent, he was actually like, they weren't bad. I would be the most critical too. I'm like, well, because like if you've ever, my brother's in a band. When you see them from the first time to like years later, night and day. Go watch The Killers.
It doesn't mean he should still be doing it. That's all that I'm going to say. Okay. I don't want to be mean, but the dream needs to die. There's a time and place when it needs to die.
Just bring Raquel and put her first row of the audience, or Rachel or whatever she's calling herself now. Bring her back because I miss her Lala on television together.
I know, right? I know. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We're making a request.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you going to be excited about the reboot of Vanderpump, or are you like me, where you're like, you can't start a forest fire that big twice?
You know what? They took some time, I think, to really cast and be super thoughtful in how they bring this back in like a whole new way.
Yeah.
They know they have so many eyes on them. I have hope. I don't think they're going to mess it up. And I feel like they're going to come guns a-blazing and we're going to fall in love with a whole new set of people. I really do.
Yeah, but how do you replace?
You don't. You're creating new. You have to think of it as like a blank slate of starting anew. And people have to go in, I think, with no expectations of like former castmates.
This is a sequel, so no matter how good it is, you are still going to be like, they'll never be like, God protect him and hate him all at the same time, but there will never be another Jax Taylor. And how much of a prototypical amazing TV villain he was.
Okay, but can I say is that even like The Valley, for example, when it first started out, everyone was like, "Oh, this is stupid. No one's gonna care." That this past season of The Valley was unlike any other reality TV that's existed in a long time. It was really, really good.
Grown-ups understanding they could be diabolical to improve their brand.
But I'm hopeful that Vanderpump will be the same.
Yeah, well, 10 seasons of understanding how not to do it and how to do it. So
yeah, that creates some warped minds for sure.
And I just can't wait to see what they look like year 1 versus year 10. Like going from
that's my favorite. Yeah, the transformations, we'll say, that happened through the years.
I've never had surgery.
Oh my God. Good as gold. Thanks so much, Brad, for this. I really appreciate it.
All
right, let's check in and see what Liv had to say when I got to sit down with her.
Where are you?
I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Wait, my mom's from there. Where about?
No way!
Yes, and I'm going in a couple of weeks for my visa.
No way! That's great.
Yeah. Wait,
Well, if you need any recos, let me know and I will send some your way.
no, please. All I've been to is
Um,
Huntsville, if you know where that is. Is that
Huntsville's really pretty. It's like more like it's like cottage country, like up north, but it's really pretty.
I'm so excited. I love Tim
Yeah.
Hortons.
Tim Hortons is great. Honestly, normally I have it in front of me, but today I have a Starbucks, funny enough. But normally I do have a Timmy's.
And mini donuts. I'm like, yeah.
The Timbits are good. They definitely are. I actually have like such a love for Australia Live because I went to RMIT in Melbourne. Uh,
Wait,
yeah,
no way.
I'm significantly older than you. But when I was there, I freaking loved it and I love Australians and I just like so I was there for about like 8 months and I was like normally I'm close to my family and I would be the type of person to like be homesick, to be honest, like so far away. And I went alone, like knowing nobody. But
Wow.
I cried when I had to leave because I loved it so much. And I like made a little family there. I haven't been back since, but it's like I have to go. I just loved it so much.
Wait, come and I'll go to Melbourne.
Yeah.
I love Melbourne.
Okay.
I
I love
you
Sydney
know,
too. That's where you're from, right?
I'm Sydney, but I feel like when we explain like Sydney and Melbourne, we say they're like twins, and like
Yeah.
Sydney is like the prettier twin, so she doesn't have to make up for it in personality, whereas Melbourne is like the personality twin because she has the good nightlife and stuff. But
Totally. That's actually like a perfect analogy. I feel like I that
what
makes sense completely.
that is, what made you choose Melbourne?
I wanted to go to Australia. Like I like, Canada and Australia are like besties, like by like countries and whatnot. And I was like, they speak English and like it's warm there. And I was like, the timing of the months, the way it worked out, I was like, this feels like it would be a good fit. And then yeah, I
Were you
just
there
like
in
completely
summer?
fell in love.
Were you there in summer?
Yes, I was. I was. Yeah. So I would go down to like the beach every day. I'd take the tram. I lived in Kensington
Wait,
and
the beautiful area.
yeah, it's really cute. I lived in a like a shared house with like other housemates. Don't worry, I was a starving student and I worked under the table at like a cafe and learned what a flat white was and the whole nine.
Coming to America and they're like Americano. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
that?
You're like, what is this crap?
And they're like, "You want creamer?" I'm like, What is creamer? You mean milk? I'll take milk." And they're like, "No, how many pumps of vanilla?" I'm like, "This is a lot for me. Just I'll take your plain coffee."
No, you guys are the trendsetters for
We're
sure.
recording, by the way.
Okay, great. I was like waiting for that, but I was like, I feel like we could talk like this all day
No, you guys
long,
are good.
but I know we have other questions. I have other questions that I want to ask you.
Get into it.
So, Liv, welcome to Mismatch. My name's Nicole. It's so nice to meet you. I've been a fan of yours since season 6, and you walked in as the beautiful bombshell that you are, that you are. And yeah, I like your life has changed so much. I can only imagine. Like looking back on your season, do you think like, how did I get here?
First of all, thank you so much. Um, yes, I feel like it was such a surreal feeling coming out and like seeing how many fans tuned in and like how much love. I feel like every day I have to still pinch myself and be like, I can't believe that I'm here like with you or that I get to see these places. But it was definitely a step back from my normal life and something I wasn't used to, but incredibly grateful.
When I think back even to like this season, like when it wrapped and they give you your phones back, like, do you remember the first like message or thing that you kind of saw? Because I just, again, I try and put myself in your scenario and like, I would have the most anxiety and be freaking the F out, honestly.
Yeah, I was definitely freaking out. Like, I didn't know how well the show had done until I was like leaving the villa, and now one of the producers and one of the like talent team were like, "Oh, you guys beat Bridgerton," and I was like, "Oh, maybe we did well." But I remember getting my phone back, and I called my cousin, and I was like, "Does America hate me?" She was like, "No, no, no, no." And then I was like, "Okay." And then I called my parents, but had to turn my phone off for a couple of days because it was just so overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely hear you when you say that. Now for you, I don't know if you've like ever like watched your full season back, but do you think that there are any like misconceptions, even based on like online? I know you're shaking your head, that people like didn't really get to see from you when you were in the villa?
I haven't watched it back, but I definitely think like not our whole personality always gets shown. Like it is a
Right.
dating show, so a lot of the times like different aspects of our personality that we might not have known come out because of the environment. And then watching snippets back, I have seen like, oh, okay, I could have handled that situation differently. But I think I was like real the entire time. Like, I am who I am. I can't fake it. If I did, maybe I could have kept my mouth shut a little bit. But I think everyone saw who I am, but there is definitely aspects of like my work and what I love and like growing up in Australia. Like, there's those parts that aren't shown, and that's what I think is beautiful about our new show, is that they get to like dive into those aspects.
100%. I was saying like that's something like I wish we heard more of, like with your conversations, because I know you guys obviously talk about all of that. What is your work? Like, tell me about like what is your dream? What is your like prior to Island, or even like now? Like, what's your thing?
Oh my God. Prior to Love Island, I was just a college student working at a bar. I don't think I,
As one does.
yeah, the typical
Make
life.
the money. Yes.
I don't think I really thought about this life at all. I wasn't like really involved in it. But since coming out, I'm like so grateful I get to work with brands that I've like bought from for years, that I'm obsessed with. And I love being able to like share my story with the audience and like have them be a part of my life, because not only are they part of my life, but I'm also like learning and growing from them. But
Mhm.
there's so much work coming up, and I'm so excited to share with everyone.
That's awesome. Well, we definitely can't wait because everyone's waiting to see what's coming up next for you. Um, Wrapping up this past season of Love Island, because that's when Beyond the Villa started. It ended and then you guys started. Did you get a chance to watch all of the dramas that unfolded in season 7?
I actually haven't. I really need to like watch it. I wanted to wait till it was fully done because I don't think I could wait each week. I'd be like
Yeah.
on my toes. But I've seen stuff on like TikTok and I know they're killing it. Like, they have really good catchphrases like that I'm laughing about, but I need to watch it. So maybe in a couple months we can like talk my thoughts. Have you seen it?
I have. I'm like a diehard, but like you said, I kind of wait till the end of the week and then I binge, because same thing. I can't handle a cliffhanger. Like I need to know what's gonna happen, and they're really good at doing that. But like I know you've seen like online that there were things that happened this season, and people were removed from the villa as such. Do you think that like the show kind of handled that in the right way? Because to be honest, I felt like I wanted more explanation on air. Like the explanation came online, and you'll be able to see this. But do you think that that was like the right move?
I feel like I'm not the right person to speak on behalf of like producers of what went down. I know that like my experience in the villa is the producers had our backs and they were there for us. So I feel like Love Island and ITV and Peacock, they're a very well-known franchise. So they have like a lot of good people working for them. So I feel like the right way to handle something is kind of up to them. But I
Yeah,
hope it is done well.
for sure, for sure. That's nice to know that you have producers that like have your back and whatnot, because you hear different stories from different reality TV shows, right?
Yes. I mean, I feel like there's situations at the end of the day, we are filming a reality show. They're working, we're working. But my experience with the producers on Love Island were that they were supportive and there for me. So hopefully it's
Nice.
the same for everyone else.
Yeah, no, that's important when you're going through all of these like really high intense emotions, which like carries on to be on the villa now. Like what's it like? I don't know how Love Island is shot, but like what's it like having cameras now like follow you all the time? Or is
Well,
that like something that you're used to?
I feel like Love Island is like cameras all day, every day. They're hidden cameras, which is different to our new show, but
Right.
film when you go to bed, waking up, doing your makeup. With our new show, it's kind of more, the camera is more in front of your face and follows different scenes. We get to go home. We're not filmed waking up. We don't all have to live together in a house. So it is a different kind of setting that way.
Do you prefer that? Because it feels like, okay, now I'm working and now I get to like turn off.
Oh, I don't know if I prefer it. I feel like they're totally different. There's like pros
Yeah.
and cons to both, obviously, but the shows are both filmed very differently in the sense that like it's one episode a week compared to one episode a day. So You can't film us going to bed every single night and waking up. Like they don't have enough time. You can't put that all in
Yeah.
3 minutes. So
I mean, we'd probably watch it. I'm going to be honest if they did it. Without sounding creepy, that's like what it would be, honestly. I one of the things I loved about I mean, the show is really fun and it's so nice to see like your lives in real time. Um, I love the relationship that you have with Kendall. It's like the sweetest thing and it warms my heart because one of my best friends is a guy and I have people constantly being like, "You can't be best friends with a guy that doesn't exist." And I'm like, no, you're wrong. And you are helping me out in this argument. So thank you. But describe your relationship to me a little bit.
I feel like I have two brothers and like
Yeah.
my family grew up in sport. My dad's like coach sport forever. So I've been like very familiar with like hanging around guys and like I've had a lot of guys in my friendship group for like many years from like co-ed sports. So I love Kendall. It's love of friendship. There's no relationship there, but when I moved out to LA and he was there too, it was just a familiar face. I mean, I don't know a lot of people in LA because I'm not from here. So he's just always down to have like a laugh and a good time. So I respect someone who's like that.
That's really nice. And it's good to have somebody there as like a buddy for sure.
Yeah.
Now in the show as well, I know it's early days, but I know I feel like now I sound like the UK people, like everyone says that it's early days, but see, this is what happens when you watch the
You need
show.
to be on it.
But I know you mentioned that you're seeing someone and you're kind of like protective over that relationship. And I hear you. I totally understand. And the culture that we live in today, I feel like more than ever, like when you put something out there, it's like out there, especially someone in your circumstance. I feel like that in my small little insignificant bubble. So like for you, like is there like a timeline before you like go out and like hard launch, or is there like a conversation that you guys have? Okay, like we're agreeing at this moment, we're being public. Because I feel like that's really difficult to navigate when it's like you're just trying to, fall in love like normal people when so many eyes on you.
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience. But during like the main portion of the show, like we were just starting to get to know each other. So I don't like to rush things. I also know that I signed up for this and not them. So I like to make sure it's all good and kind of we're happy with each other, which we are, but I don't think I give a timeline to anything. I just kind of go with the flow and I'm happy with us. I'm not hiding anything on purpose. I'm just living life, you know?
Yeah.
I don't,
Will there be a hard launch, do you think, with like a photo?
I mean, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. I'm trying so hard.
I'm not
How is this?
planning no photo shoots, but
Fair, fair. How do you think that this relationship or falling in love is different than how it was kind of like on Love Island in the villa?
Love Island's like a fast paced environment. I feel like people also gonna remember like it's a bunch of randoms. So like you're trying to get to know someone that might not be your normal type, which is a beautiful aspect. But I feel like with my relationship I'm in now, we like both like learned what each other likes and was able to see each other in different environments and grow over a span of time and not just be like, yep, like you're my person. We're safe till next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I got a couple of weeks to chill and see how they interact with my friends and stuff. But I'm happy. They're happy. I hope.
Who gets like the final stamp of approval? Like for me, it's like very much like my parents. Like when my parents meet my guy, then I feel like solid. Who's like the person that you bring your significant other to?
I feel like my parents are like definitely in my family are like definitely
Yeah.
important to me. Like if my family doesn't get along with them, like that's kind of an issue because I'm like love my family. But also my like friends back home, I feel like they tell me like the honest truth. So they will like I call them like the board of management. Like you gotta go through. And then if you get through them, yeah, you're good.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love that. Liv, last question because I know you have to go, but what do you hope people learn from you through this season in the Beyond the Villa?
I hope people learn like the growth I've had from Love Island and like get to see like different aspects of my personality, but also get to see like all the work opportunities and how I put my head down and go for something I love. So I'm excited to see that, but I'm also excited for everyone to see like different friendships and
S-
see how they grow and see how we've been friends because maybe they weren't as evident on Love Island. So that's like a beautiful thing.
Yeah, speaking of, I have to ask, is where does your relationship stand now with Kaylor? Because I know best friends fight sometimes, relationships change and grow as people do. Where are you guys at right now?
Kayla's a sister to me. I have like friends, as you said, like friends fight and we go through ups and downs. And
Hmm.
I think the beautiful part of the show is that you get to see that and you get to see us both be vulnerable. So I'm excited to see fans like ride the wave and the journey with us.
You have the patience of an angel, is all that I can say.
I don't know about that. I try.
I wish you all the best, Liv, and thanks so much for your time. This is really fun. Yeah.
I had the best time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And if you ever need suggestions in Toronto, I got you.
And let's plan a trip to Melbourne.
Okay, done and done.
I can't wait.